I have bigger pet peeves and smaller pet peeves, and this is one of the biggest ones. When I see in a conference someone taking onto the stage and moving behind the lectern, sometimes they come with stacks of A4 sheets. They put them in line and put them in front of them. They look at the audience and start speaking, and it's going to be a train wreck. Well, most of the time, not all of the time, but most of the time. I think we are done with these speeches given behind the lectern, because not only you are, in my opinion, putting some sort of an energetical, I don't know if that's even a word, but a barrier of energy between you and the audience, but you're actually putting a physical barrier between you and the audience. So you're standing behind this large thing which is blocking your body. You're fixed, you cannot move, you cannot use your body language. All you have to do is just speak. But it hinders, in my opinion, in a huge amount the communication that you can establish with the audience. So why we do that? Well, I don't know, but one of the reasons could be that when we were listening to other people way before, I don't know, in the past decade or so, or 2 decades, people were speaking behind the lectern, and maybe it was a normal thing to do. I have seen that so many times in my life, and I never liked it, and I know that a lot of people don't like it as well. But just because something was done for decades, it doesn't mean that it's the right thing to do. In fact, I believe it's one of the worst things you can do as a speaker in a large-scale event. So next time you find yourself speaking from a stage to a large group of people, if there's a lectern, resist the temptation to get behind it, no matter how comfortable it may look. By the way, one of the questions that you might ask is, okay, but maybe the computer will be there. Maybe I will need to look at my slides, and I will need to control my slideshow from the computer. Well, as the presenter, it is your responsibility to make sure that you will be able to connect with your audience with the biggest possibility. In that regard, it is also your responsibility to know beforehand the settings of the presentation, the environment that you will be speaking in. And if you find out that you will need to be stuck behind a lectern, well, you can talk to the organizers, you can ask for a presenter screen in front of the stage, you can ask for a remote control to advance your slides, but it is completely your responsibility as the speaker, as the presenter, to make sure that you will be able to create the environment in which you will connect with your audience in the best way possible. And lecterns are one of the worst ways to do that. So do everything in your power, resist to use that, and insist in creating the best environment to connect with your audience.